Alrighty, welcome to the webinar tonight. Welcome to this Discover Isagenix webinar, Solutions to Transforming Lives, both physically and financially. I'd like to thank you, first of all, for taking time out of your busy days, your busy evening, time away from your family to be on this presentation. Again, we call this Discover Isagenix because there are really so many facets to this company that it really is about discovery. And the one thing that I hope that you'll ask yourself as we go through this presentation together is what part or parts of Isagenix that, if implemented, could have a positive impact on your life and those around you. Good evening. My name is James Kenney, and as you can see, I've been in the industry for quite some time now. As a matter of fact, I haven't had a job, haven't worked for anybody since 2002. I had actually quit my job at 42 years old and was introduced to the industry by my daughter, and haven't looked back. Hold on one second, guys. I want to move my slides. There we go. So again, what I appreciate really truly about Isagenix has to offer is the time freedom that it's been able to give me time back with my family and being able to do what I love to do. You may want to ask yourself, what does your dream life look like? In today's hectic society, sometimes people forget, or you may not even realize how good our bodies are supposed to feel. They're designed to be perfect physical condition, but again, we get so busy, we get so caught up in everyday living that sometimes the physical pain, the emotional pain, and ultimately the financial pain happens as a result of not being able to slow down and be able to take care of ourselves. So these things are all interconnected, and what I'd like to do is talk with you for a few minutes tonight about what could be the cause of preventing people from living that dream life. Now, I'm sure that most of you can identify with some of these things that you see on the screen. Are you fulfilled at your work, at your job? Are you financially stable as you would like to be? Are you as healthy as you could be? Are you set up or prepared for long-term vitality? People may be living longer today, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they have a better quality of life, because everybody deserves a better quality of life. In fact, money and work are financial stressors for 76% of the population out there in all areas of life. And that's why I am proud to be partnered with a company like Isagenix, a company that offers solutions to that stress, to that pain that so many people have. Isagenix provides solutions for weight loss, energy and performance, healthy aging, wealth creation, and you might want to stop and think about which one of these things that could benefit you. We have solutions to achieve your fitness goals and achieve your dreams. Ben found new energy for his workouts and is now a member of the 100-pound club. In fact, to date, he has lost 103 pounds. He's released 130 pounds. And he's also participated in our IsaBody Challenge, where he received major support and free products from the company, which is phenomenal. Again, a lot of support with this company. Abby is another IsaBody finalist, and she also released weight, but just as important, lost all the inches and understands that this is about so much more than weight loss. This is really about what sets us apart from other companies because we do support healthy aging by strengthening health and vitality at a cellular level. Now, I'd like to take a few minutes and talk about some of our core products. And we have many different products at Isagenix, and I've got to be honest with you, I have a lot of favorite products here. But again, I want to talk about the core system, the foundation of our company, and just talk about a few of these things. So with Isagenix, the leader in world nutritional cleansing is what we are acclaimed to be. So our Cleanse for Life is one of the products that's really essential for setting your body up for success. It is a key to building a proper foundation to build upon, as I mentioned. The Cleanse is a synergistic blend of cleansing herbs and botanicals that nourish our bodies while at the same time gently eliminating impurities and toxins. And what really is going on here is that we live in a toxic world. So there are over 300,000 known chemicals out there in use today. Probably, I'd venture to say, more than that, being that I dealt with pharmaceutical companies for almost 18 years. So even when you eat clean, so to speak, you eat organic, so to speak, and you're trying to be very careful about your lifestyle, the EPA still estimates that their average American carries about 40 to 80 toxins at a level that can negatively impact our health, and that's why nutritional cleansing is so important. The body will actually pull those toxins into the deep fatty tissues to protect our internal organs, and that's where the unhealthy visceral fat comes from, and that can increase the risk of things like heart attack, heart disease, diabetes, stroke, and that's why it's very important to address this with the cleanse to gently remove the toxins from the body, again, at the cellular level. Now, the great thing about our cleanse is that it's not a colon cleanse. So sometimes when you say the word cleanse, people think, well, I can run down to the Walmart and get one for $20, and that's not what this is. You're not going to be tied to the bathroom. It's not a laxative. It's not a diuretic, and you don't have to worry about being close to a bathroom all day long or all night long. It actively helps support weight loss, boost metabolism, increase our energy levels, improves the quality of our sleep, and because you're cleansing at the cellular level, again, this is a full body cleanse, inside and out. So it supports your skin, your central nervous system, the vascular system, the kidneys, the liver, everything. It does help boost immunity along with cellular health, and the great thing is, again, it helps increase growth hormone production because, again, we're removing these things out of the body. With a lot of other cleanses that are out there, a lot of other products that are out there, when you lose weight, you'll end up with a lot of flab. And along with that, you lose muscle tone. And that's one of the things that people comment about our program the most, is that they're amazed at the tonality that happens along with using the system. So again, it actually helps you hold on to lean muscle mass as you're releasing that fat. Okay, moving on to another one of our products, and again, these are just some of our core products. We have our Isagenix shake, which is a phenomenal product. We use it every day, and we have several versions of this. And along with the detoxification process, this works well because what we're doing is we're nutritionally feeding the body. This particular shake, again, the Isagenix shake, is 24 grams of protein. It's perfectly balanced carbs, good fats, and yes, we have to have some fats in our body because our bodies need it, along with our other protein shakes that come from grass-fed cattle from New Zealand. They're actually never given antibiotics or hormones, and the cows are actually milked when they're supposed to be milked. What a concept, right? So it comes from the cow to our bodies, and we know where it's been and how it's been processed, and it goes into our body about as good as God intended it to be. We use undenatured whey protein, which means that it's processed at the lowest possible temperature to help preserve all of the nutrients in the nature of the protein chains themselves. In other words, they're not chopped up. They're as long as they can be, and that's probably one of the reasons why so many athletes in particular are crazy about our proteins, because the recovery is much, much quicker. I've noticed a lot of people have had to have knee operations, back operations, and what have you. Again, their bounce back is so much quicker that in many cases the doctors are asking them, what is it you're doing? And I get this a lot. It's not uncommon. So for people who observe a vegetarian or vegan lifestyle, we also offer a dairy-free shake. And for our athletes who want a little more protein, we have our Isagenix Pro that has 36 grams of undenatured whey protein. Going on 57 years old, this is something that I use. This is also something that's very desirable for people who might be diabetic because of the higher carb content. And we also have kosher products here as well. Another thing I'd like to mention about the shakes is that our shakes are 90% bioavailable, which means that along with the cleanse, about 90% of the shake is being uptaken into the body and utilized most effectively, whereas if you were to go to some place like GNC or Walmart or even some of the high-end health food stores, their shakes, if you really do your research, they're only about 20 to 25% bioavailable. So again, that means that a lot of the product is being wasted and it's being excreted from the body. We also have an opportunity to go ahead and take full advantage of the 23 vitamins and minerals that are in these shakes as well. So again, the whole system works synergistically. In other words, one thing assists the other. So when these products are used together, it really just, it forms a perfect system. Okay? You don't necessarily have to worry about pounds here either. One of the things about Isagenix is that we tell people to make sure that you measure. Sometimes people say, well, I didn't see the scale go down as much as I thought it should go down, but yet my pants are falling off. What's going on? Again, this speaks to how the system with Isagenix works. I want to talk about another one of our products here for a moment, and this is another favorite product, and I could go on all night about favorite products, quite honestly. But again, speaking to our core products, we're going to talk about Ionix. Now, this is, again, one of our core products. It's called Ionix Supreme, and this product is a blend of adaptogenic herbs, and the adaptogens are what combat stress. That comes from environmental stress or from physical stress. And it can also be taken cold in the morning, like my wife and I do, or we can take it at night as a warm tea, and this supports faster recovery after workouts in particular. It also will improve mental clarity and mental focus. I've noticed over the years that women in particular are really, really fond of this product, especially when women get up into their 40s and their 50s and are going through some changes in life. But it really is best when it's used as part of the system as a whole. We also have a product that my wife and I use every day, and quite honestly, this is a staple in our home. We're very, very passionate about this, and this is our Ageless Essentials with Product B Genesis. Now, these are specifically formulated for men or women. They come in very convenient AM and PM packs, so we don't have a lot of bottles laying around. You don't have to try it. And remember, if you took something or you didn't, and it does include a very high-grade multivitamin, 5 different forms of calcium. In particular for women, that's phenomenal. We have 3 different forms of vitamin C that provide 24 hours of immune support versus the traditional that you might pick up off a store shelf that only provides 8 hours. And again, with other products that are out there, you have to look at the packaging. You really have to do some research to find these things out. Sometimes people will pick up a package of our products and just compare it, in price, and it might be $10 more than something off a store shelf. But again, when we're talking about something like vitamin C, if it's only working 1/3 of the time, then what's the point of even taking the product at all, right? So the beautiful thing about this is that it has one of the highest quality forms of CoQ10. Again, this is above pharmaceutical grade. Our omega-3s are also above pharmaceutical grade. And another thing to consider when we're in the store looking around at different vitamins, sometimes people say, well, I'm taking my omega-3s, and they'll buy a big jug, for $5. Quite honestly, guys, you're getting what you pay for. Sometimes you'll pick up some omega-3s out of a store, and you'll see that it's an amber color, or it's old, and the capsule is kind of hard. This stuff's been laying around for, there's a good chance that it's been laying around for quite a long time, and if you were to actually cut that capsule open, in most cases, it'll smell rancid. And that's where a lot of times you can tell also with the quality of vitamins and supplements. Sometimes you'll burp this stuff up. You'll get gassy, and that's where you get that real fishy taste. With high-quality products, you're not going to get this, and you don't get that here with Isagenix. One of the other things I wanted to talk about as well is the product B Genesis. I've got to tell you, again, going on 57 years old, my wife is 56, we are extremely passionate about B Genesis. There is a doctor out there, his name is Dr. Gabriel Cousins, who is very well known in the holistic world, who wrote a wonderful article about this product a few years ago. And the wonderful thing about it for me, and it really hit home for me, is what I have people experiencing, in particular with this one product, Product B Genesis. It comes with the essentials, but I have to tell you, my wife and I actually take over and above twice a day because it is a powerful blend of bioactive herbs and antioxidants that work synergistically, again, to maximize anti-aging benefits. and it provides telomere support. If you're not familiar with telomere support, you can certainly Google it. Telomeres. These are building blocks of our DNA when it comes to aging, and the science related to telomeres actually won the Nobel Prize in Medicine back in 2009. Isagenix is cutting-edge technology and one of the very few programs in the entire industry that even addresses healthy aging this way. It's pretty phenomenal science. Now, just speaking about the products alone, you know, Isagenix is cutting-edge technology. There's just no doubt about it. I work with so many different people from different walks of life, people with Parkinson's and Crohn's and fibromyalgia and diabetes, lupus, children that have autism, people that have issues with depression. I cannot tell you and emphasize more through my years of experience with this company how these can have a positive impact on people's lives. We'll never say that we cure. We'll never say that we treat. But I will tell you firsthand, coming from Jim Kenney, I have firsthand experienced people that have wonderful results on these products. Our founder and executive vice president is a huge testimony to who we are. You can see her on the screen. Kathy's in her early 60s now. She's been on these products for the last 12 years. And again, yes, we are a company that is about total lifestyle change. We're a wellness company backed by science. In fact, we have an amazing 25% of our traditional partners here that are traditional medicine. I'm talking about doctors. I'm talking about nurses. I'm talking about dentists, people in the health community that you might not ever think would consider partnering with a company like us. And they do. The facts are 25%. In fact, with Isagenix, we have over 30 full-time scientists that constantly are working on research and development. And all of our products are tested by third-party independent labs to ensure top quality and safety. And we have several independent studies out there that have proven that our products are superior to the acclaimed Heart Healthy Diet. We are NSF certified, which is huge, and we are also approved by the NCAA. So anybody that's an athlete, a trainer, a coach out there, you know what that means. That's extremely important, especially when you're talking about people that, you know, like Olympians, people that are going to get tested a lot. So several years ago, Dr. Verity at the University of Illinois in Chicago went one step further and proved that Isagenix helped the body release twice the unhealthy visceral fat, the fat that you cannot see. Sometimes people say, you know, I'd like to put on some lean muscle, but I just can't do it. I'm having a real difficult time doing it. You know, they'll think, you know, immediately that we're a diet company, that we're just a weight loss company. I'm like, no, you don't understand. It all has to do with the toxins. And you can put somebody on the same system here that needs to put on 20 pounds of lean muscle and can't, or somebody that's really having a hard time losing that 20 pounds. They've got, you know, at a sticking point. And again, this all boils down to the toxins. So what happens is, again, those toxins get caught up into that visceral fat. These are things that cause things like heart disease, stroke, diabetes. You know, again, going back to the Heart Healthy Diet, we beat that all day long. Skidmore College took this another step further and studied long-term results, finding that Isagenix had 4 times the fat loss, 4 times lean muscle increase, twice the increase in metabolism, and 3 times the release of toxins over a 6-month period. So these results have further validated who we are with Isagenix. No doubt about it. Very passionate about this company. Now, since we talked about some of the products here, the core products, and again, we have many other products. We have a lot of things. We have bars that actually taste good and that are a meal replacement, and kids actually love them. Healthy for children. Let's talk statistics here about cost. You know, I prefer to say investment because what we're doing here really is we're investing in ourselves. If you take a look at a typical breakfast out there for people, you know, you see Starbucks all over the place, and I confess, I used to go to Starbucks a lot. I used to like their coffee. Don't do it anymore. But if you did do that for breakfast, a lot of people, they run through on their way to work. You see them walking into hospitals and wellness centers, and in many cases, these folks don't look very healthy. They're carrying a Starbucks. They're carrying a muffin. What's the cost of that? It's got to be $7 or $8. In New York, it's got to be probably $10 to $12. So you're talking about breakfast here for about $3 with Isagenix. And that's what my breakfast is every day. It's what my wife's breakfast is every day. It's less than $3 actually. So again, breakfast out there typically for many people is around $8. Lunch is typical around $6 to $12, and then dinner you're talking about anywhere from $8 to $20 a day, depending on the part of the country you're in. Now I happen to live in Tennessee, and I know that people spend $7 at Starbucks for a coffee and for a muffin. Again, coming from New York, I know it's got to be probably 10 to 12 in New York City. Could be more. So it's really ridiculous. Now, most often we don't think about the little things that we do during the course of the day, like running into the gas station, the kids asking you for, $5 here, $10 there, going into the station, buying a candy bar or a bag of chips, or a bottle of Gatorade, which is not healthy for you, as they claim it to be. So it really does add up at the end of the day, and it adds up fast. So what you're doing here with Isagenix is you're having a positive impact on your life, and all you're doing is redirecting your spending. You're not spending more. In fact, if somebody were to engage here as a business, there are tax write-offs here, and you cannot write your grocery bill off at the end of the month or at the end of the year. So you're going to be spending money on things here that are going to be better for you products, for the kids, for your family. So when we consider that a full meal replacement shake, again, is less than $3, a protein bar that, again, actually tastes good, about another $3, is a total meal replacement and costs, about $3 as well. It's really a no-brainer. There are several different ways to get started here at Isagenix. My wife and I, we started with a President's Pack, and many of the other folks out there, same thing. They wanted to be able to have a good sampling of different products so that they could share with the family and some of the friends. But if you were to do that, it would be about $20 a day, okay, and that would take care of all of your needs. If you were to go with a 30-day system with Isabelle chocolates, which are phenomenal and one of the mainstays of many people out there on the team, you're talking about $12 to $13 a day. We can even customize something for you specifically for your needs because we have the experts here with Isagenix to be able to address specific needs for yourself. All of the people that I've mentioned earlier with conditions and things going on, we have folks that can do health evaluations for you and with you. And you know what? It's not going to cost you a nickel. So the question is, where can you go and get high-quality, non-GMO, non-soy, nothing with soy, a cut above organic, gluten-free meals for under $3? The answer is no place. So let's talk a little bit about our program in terms of either getting our products for free or creating a healthy lifestyle for yourself alongside of creating incomes that some people, quite honestly, only dream about. Let me stop there for a moment and kind of put this in perspective for you guys. From a financial standpoint, this company is 12 years old. It took us 7 years to hit our first $1 billion in sales, which is phenomenal in itself. Most people I talk to on the phone or in person say, ooh-ah, at 7 years, $1 billion in sales. It took us 3.5 years to hit our second billion, 1.5 years to hit our third, and this year alone will be a $1 billion a year plus all by itself. So again, from a financial standpoint, that's a clue, okay? You got it right. You're at the right place at the right time. And again, your goal might just be, to become more healthy. You might be saying, Jim, I'm not interested in the business. That's totally cool. I will tell you, though, the statistics here with Isagenix are an 83 to 87% conversion from customer to people who say, I love this so much, I want to engage. I want to make money. So whether you're just looking to get your products paid for or create an outstanding lifestyle for yourself and your family, you can absolutely do it. With our referral program, it's as simple as what you see on the screen. It's that difficult. It's that simple. You look at it this way. If you go to GNC or you go to Walmart or you go to a high-end, again, a health food store and purchase products, the money is spent, the money is gone, right? You're never going to see it again because they're not going to give you anything. And you're going to tell other people, go to Walmart and buy it, and they do, and you don't make a nickel. Here, you're not only going to get the quality, you're going to get paid to refer other people because other people are going to see the difference in you. With Isagenix, again, it's really that simple. It's you plus 2 and them plus 2. And for the sake of time, I'm going to stop there. But I will tell you, in a perfect world with just 2 people, the right 2 people, there are enormous incomes to be made with this company. And it's been proven, and the stats are out there. It's public. So what we have to decide to do here is, what is it that we want to do? Do we want to do a package that's already put together? Do we want to talk with the person who introduced us to this call so that we can really sit down and do a consultation and figure out what's going to be right for you? It's just a matter of what you want to figure out that you want to do for yourself. You have an opportunity here to earn as much as $820 within your first 30 days, again, with the referral system on the screen. You can do this in 30 days. You can do this in 1 day. If you had a few friends, for example, as a matter of fact, I spoke to a woman earlier today, and she said, I need something fast. I've got a wedding coming up in 6 weeks, and me and my friends, we all want to get their dresses on, and we all want to look good. So there are people out there that will do this. So again, this is not something that's so far out of reach that you couldn't do it, because sometimes, and women in particular, like to do things like this together. The bridal party, there's 10 women in the party, and they all want to look better, and they want to feel better, and hey, let's do it. Let's do something. So that's how it can be done, and that's how quickly it can be done. There are no checks mailed with this company. There is no direct deposit. We are all issued a credit debit card that comes in the mail, and then our money is put on that card every Monday. And you want to keep in mind that payday is officially on Tuesday, but we always get paid on Monday, and this company in 12 years has never been late or missed a payday in 12 years, and that's pretty phenomenal. So as I mentioned, and I mentioned quite a bit earlier, we have a phenomenal professionals program here as well because of so many doctors, dentists, wellness centers, and then we move over into the spas, the salons, the gyms, and the independent pharmacist. We actually have a medical device company with us as well, health food stores. We have a program for them, and again, it's called the professionals program because sometimes people don't like our business model. They're not familiar with our business model. So we have a program for them, and then once they see that they're going to get repeat customers and clients and patients, then they wind up engaging in a traditional way so that they can further their income even that much more. Pretty phenomenal. This young, dynamic brother and sister, this girl, her name is Pita, was approached by a friend of hers probably about 30 times before she finally said yes. She was a broke college student. Keep in mind the statistics I gave you about the growth of the company. About 40% of our growth are 18 to 30-year-olds. So it grew by 400% last year alone. Pita and her brother have now created incomes that most people that are getting ready to retire have never even thought about getting. They could never see it. Maybe you're a personal trainer or you're a coach who loves what you do, but you can't afford to do what you love to do full time. You might say that you're a slave to the book, so to speak, where your time is limited and your time is dictated to you by who shows up, right? Consider this, leverage. You have the opportunity to brand yourself as the trainer or the coach who, A, is knowledgeable enough to know what products will be best to serve your clients, and B, the coach or the trainer who gets his or her clients the results that they want and need, thus retaining clients through referrals because their friends and family will notice the difference. So you have an opportunity to set yourself up separate and distinct from all the other trainers, so-called trainers that are in these gyms. So again, Isagenix can afford you the ability to do whatever it is that you want to do, whether, again, it's just getting healthier, having a much healthier lifestyle, getting your products paid for free, or generating enormous incomes, and yes, there are enormous incomes here. This company to date has generated over 140 millionaires in 12 years, and I kid you not, I see information that's almost weekly now that people are becoming millionaires more and more. And that's not to entice you, and it's not to impress you, just to impress upon you what is happening with this company. In closing, as I said, and I've said it over and over again, this isn't a diet. Isagenix helps to create lasting results, as this is about a lifestyle. It's not a fad. It's not magic diet pills. It's not magical wraps or things that are unhealthy and that are just a temporary fix. You know, this is something that doesn't have a start date and a stop date. This is a lifestyle. This is a two-edged sword. Again, because it's the opportunity to have financial freedom along with physical freedom, along with your health. You know, set good goals for yourself and your family. Everybody's entitled to a good life. I really want to thank you for taking your time out of your night again today. If you have questions, you can please get back to the person that invited you to this call. You'll have questions. We'll answer your questions. We don't have egos. If we don't have the answers, we'll get the answers to your success. And again, thanks for being on the call with us tonight. Take care now.